Of all the films I've made, Harvey is one of my favorites. There's just no question about that. I have a special admiration and love for that big white rabbit. The whole idea of the character Elwood P. Dowd, who has this great friend, which is a 6'8" white rabbit. I think Miss Chase said the rabbit was 6 feet 4.5. I made it 6 feet 8, and as much as I'm 6 feet 3.5, I felt that in order to look up to him, he'd have to be 6 feet 8. But he became a very close friend of mine. You can see it on the performers, on the all of us. You can see that all of us sort of accept the existence of this rabbit, and of course that's what Mrs. Chase had in mind when she wrote the play. I mean, it's obvious that a story like this, when it comes down to it, you know, this man whose best friend is a big white rabbit who nobody can see. In order to be convincing, in order to be successful as a play and a movie, the writing has to be something very special. And Mary Chase certainly made that take place. As you know, she's won the Pulitzer Prize. I played it in London. Actually played it for 6 months. And they loved it. They loved it in England. But there was one thing, and that was Saturday matinee, especially. And Saturday matinee, of course, there's no school, and I can just imagine the mother and father saying to the young boy, now, son, we're going to take you to the theater, and it's a story about this man that has this great big white rabbit. That's his friend. And on Saturday matinee, and it happened almost every time, the first act is all right, but then I'd look down and I'd see the kids sort of squirming around in their seats and whispering to their parents and so on. And finally, at about halfway through the second act, one of the kids just couldn't take it any longer and stood up and yelled at me, "Where's the rabbit?" To play it in front of an audience was a great experience, and of course, wonderful training for doing it as a picture. Henry Coster directed it, and he got right into the idea, and there were so many people. Josephine Hull had been in the play for the whole run and was in the movie and received an Oscar for her performance. And I think Josephine Hull, you know, she's had wonderful experience in the theater and was just an outstanding actress. I think she had a very difficult job in keeping the play convincing to the audience, because it wouldn't have been right if she just went along completely with Elwood and said, you know, it's fine that you have your friend the rabbit. No, but she couldn't just ignore it. She had to have this character and have her attitude toward Harvey and toward Elwood to be a sort of in-between feeling, which was very difficult, and she did it with such wonderful imagination and talent that it was wonderful to work with her. Every once in a while, I'd be walking down the street, and somebody would tap me on the shoulder, and I'd turn around, And here'd be this man, maybe a lot of them had shaved for a couple of days and they maybe hadn't had their suit pressed for quite a while, but they look up and they say, "Is Harvey with you?" Well, when this first happened, I thought it was making a joke or something. And then after several times, I come to see that they were serious. And so I had sort of a regular answer depending on where I was in the country. And I said, "No, Harvey has a cold, and he decided to stay home." And most of them say the same thing. They say, "My name's Charlie, and the next time you see him, why, give him my regards, please." I've had letters, and they've said one of the reasons I like the picture so much is because I have a friend like that I sort of turn to when I need advice and when I need encouragement. I don't know whether mine is a rabbit or not, but he's a friend. I think it's wonderful that Harvey, now that it's in video and people can have it in their home so that they can play it any time they want to, I think it's a wonderful sort of present for the young people of the country to have this story and be able to see it not once but as many times as they want to. So I just like to say to all of you people out there, video is bringing Harvey right into your home, and you'll be able to see him as many times as you want to, and I sure hope you enjoy it.